and welcome to the Banker's Sibos preview. I'm Kimberley Long, Asia editor of The Banker, and I'm talking today with Brian Caplen, who's editor of The Banker. So, Brian, looking ahead to Sibos this year, there's always a really big overarching theme for the conference. So what is it going to be about this year? Well,
obviously, we're really excited about Sibos because it's in London,
yep.
Where the bank is based, and obviously a global financial centre, so that's fantastic, very strong on fintech. The overall theme is thriving in a hyper-connected world, okay? I understand that to mean the sort of combination of mass digital and data. So mass digitalisation, obviously, everything now is being done digitally, all the retail banking, increasingly the wholesale banking, containers as they move around the world are tracked digitally, everything in the home is being done digitally. We're going to have the Internet of Things. So you've got that connection, and then you've got the massive data that it throws up. And the challenge, I think, for business as a whole, and financial services in particular, is how do you then use that data to make your services more efficient and to target them more effectively at different customer segments.
Technology is such a big theme every year as well at Sibos. So what forms of technology do you think are really going to be under discussion this year?
Well, in connection with the digital plus data piece, I think we'll be discussing artificial intelligence because it's the effective use of that which produces the solutions for that kind of problem. More generally, there's been a whole range of technologies that have been trotted out at Sibos now for several years. I think the API as the sort of key to the link between the customer and the service provider is now the big technology that everybody has to sign up to and get hold of. They have a mobile phone, not just for retail banking, but for wholesale banking as well. And Swift, by the way, is trying to standardise APIs and make sure that they work everywhere for everybody. So I think that's very exciting. But some of the other technologies haven't gone away. So cloud is still important. And when we've got this amount of data, you can see why. Plus, I think, blockchain or DLT, with Facebook's announcement of its Libra currency, we're still seeing use cases for that being made. Let's talk a little bit about the wider world, because you've been working on that, especially for Swift. You've been working on a cover story about Asian trade and the changes in the supply chain there. What's going on in China and the other Asian countries? Well,
we're really seeing in the last couple of years there's been a diversification of trade and manufacturing away from China into the more emerging markets in neighbouring countries. And the question really is when manufacturing moves, how is this going to be financed? Where's this money going to come from? So there's a lot of issues that need to be taken into account with that. If there's actually correspondent banking network on the ground, if there is enough presence to be able to move this money around in order to make trade happen. And I think there's a lot of discussion really around how the best way to do that is now. I mean, is it to use traditional trade financing products? Does there need to be something new and innovative brought in, such as the creation of trade as an asset class, and really how Asian trade is going to manage this really changing environment now?
OK, well, Sibos is international. It's in London. We're all excited about it. But thanks very much, and we'll see what ideas come up at the actual conference.